pleasure being here.
Oh, yeah. Welcome to the show, Jordan.
I'm totally stoked to be here.
Oh, same here, man. It's a pleasure having you on the show. And, yeah, we've been talking about this for a while, huh?
Oh, for like
10 years now?
at least 10 years.
Yeah.
It's felt
Been that
what, like 5 months with me. Because see, Oliver, he kept saying, Jordan, I want you to come on the show, and
Right.
you know, and for the longest time I was like, no, I gotta practice.
Yeah.
I'm here. I
Right.
came through, Oliver.
Yeah. I just can't believe it, man, that you're here in front of me. Am I doing this, man?
It's live.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Oh, of course.
Because our friends are waiting for this, right?
Oh yeah, I mean the whole company.
The whole company.
They've been waiting for this.
The whole pillars. Jordan, have you heard of Jethro Tull?
Everyone keeps mentioning that.
Right.
I have heard of that, and people keep saying I should play that. Do they have like a transverse flute? Like the metal one?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, or like a recorder?
I think
They must be playing flute.
they're like longer in a way, like
The transverse ones, right?
right,
Classical.
right. And you mentioned metal. Is that metal?
Yeah,
metal?
those are made of metal.
Right. Okay, cool. So you have heard of him, but you never seen him.
I have never heard a song from him.
Okay, cool.
Am I missing out?
No, not well. Sort of,
really?
maybe.
Maybe
He
I'm...
was very influential. I would probably call him a Ciroc flutist.
Sure. He did the flute playing?
Yes.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Very progressive. In a
Sure.
way. Yeah.
Okay.
And how would you respond if a critic wrote a negative review of your performance?
Oh, if I could be so privileged that I would get a critic. I mean,
It's like
people, I think, when they say opinions are like, a-holes, everyone has one.
they challenge you, right?
Yeah, everyone has their own opinion, and, music's kind of music. If you're happy playing at whatever level you're at, then I don't see why you should care what someone thinks. If you are trying to get to a higher level, then maybe you can turn that... If it's legitimate criticism, then you can use that to fuel or what you're doing, and maybe take some pointers from it.
Sure.
Maybe they're correct.
Yeah.
It depends. It depends on how. If it's like done properly, then I don't mind someone telling me like if they know what they're talking about. Like let's say it was someone better than me.
Right.
Hey, you could use improvement here or there. Then I would say like, yeah, you're probably right.
We're
back, folks.
Yeah. We're back, guys. So, how do you manage breath control during long phrases or challenging passages?
That's an excellent question.
Right.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, it is all about your breath control, and it's almost like singing. You have to really, you have to take in and hold that and control it. Otherwise, you're going to run out of breath, and you're going to be like, you're going to. You're gonna run out of breath real quick. Tons of practice.
Tons of practice.
You can, like I said, you can find all the theory and do all that, but if you don't become aware of your diaphragm and your breath, and how you're taking in that breath quickly, you're not gonna have a good time on playing really any wind instrument. So you need to just keep practicing,
I know.
Practice holding the note for as long as you. I mean, just try and find that diaphragm, and get that awareness. And you actually have to build kind of the endurance of that muscle.
Oh my goodness!
Because if I spend like let's say a month without playing, and I try and go back, then I'm going to get pretty worn out. If I'm trying to hold vibrato or hold a long note, it's not going to sound too great. I'll get worn out pretty quickly. But yeah, you just have to keep. That's really the most important part. Is you need to try and have an understanding of the technique. But you need to just practice and practice and practice and practice.
It should be ongoing, right?
Oh yeah, you have to be practicing for like at least an hour.
An hour. I mean, do you practice every day or?
No, I'm kind of naughty. I don't really practice as much as I should. But when in my heyday, I would be practicing for hours on end. But, no, yeah, I mean, you really got to practice.
Of course.
To keep the. It's the same thing I imagine with guitar or whatever. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, if you're not trying to, let's say you're trying to learn how to play
Yeah.
fast, like
Yeah.
you have to just try and practice. And okay, well, I'm not as fast as I want to be.
Sure. Describe a practice routine you developed that improve your skills as a flutist.
My practice has always kind of been just I'll set up like, you know,
Yeah.
on my phone, I'll have my speaker and all that, and I would just play for hours the same
Right.
song,
Hey.
or like, you know, 10 different songs.
Right.
And I would listen and I would say, okay, then I would record myself and play it back and see like, okay, how do I sound compared to how does, you know, Eduardo Carrasco or all these different kind of players that I enjoy, how do they sound? And I would always try and compare it and see what I can do better. But it was always just like this grinding, you know, just tons of practice, same song for like half an hour. I would play it, loop it on the phone.
So you would lock yourself in your room.
Just,
Yeah.
you got to keep trying, you know, and eventually it clicks, you know.
Cool.
So there's always that kind of little like, oh man, it clicked, and you have that to look forward to when you're practicing any instrument.
Right. Well, Jordan, thanks for your time.
Oh,
You sound great, man. You sound great.
Thank you.
And hey guys, till next time, Oliver, Jordan.
This is for all you guys, man. Okay, thank you.